And what is going on, everybody? And welcome back to the channel. It's your boy DJ with Smoov Golf. And today we have another tournament prep day. This is, I believe, day 4 of tournament prep. Again, just to remind you guys, I am getting ready for the international championship with the Chicago Park District that's taking place at Robert A. Black here in Chicago. One of the 9-hole courses here in the city. And today, like I said, it's another prep day. So currently, right now, what I'm doing is I am um, doing my putting practice, my putting routine like usual. So starting off with the ladder drills, like I normally do. So, like I said, every day, every time I come out to practice, I always start off with the ladder drills because, putting is very important. So, I always want to make sure that my putting is exactly where I need it to be. And also, I don't know if you guys will notice, but there's a different shaft on my putting. So, to give you guys a little bit of history as to why that is. So, first few videos that you guys have probably seen, um, I had a bigger grip on my putter at the time, which I technically still have it. It's like I just have it at home, just laying around, ready to be put onto something. I don't know. But basically, I used that grip, one, because it added extra weight, and two, it was a little bit longer, so I felt like, I didn't have to bend over as much, which was great, which was fine. Like, there was nothing wrong with that. Um, Now, the problem was there was sometimes where the grip did get caught on the polo shirt or two every so often when I was practicing and also when I was playing. So had to switch that up just a little bit. So I'm back in the stock shaft for my putter, which was the Stroke Lab green that came with this putter originally. And the grip that's on it is the Royal Grip mid-size pistol, which was a grip that I came to like after a while. Um, Now, could there be some changes that happen to this putter again at some point? Very, very well could. Um, I've thought about actually getting another putter shaft, one that I had used before, and actually putting it on. But we'll kind of see like closer. And honestly, it's probably going to be more of a game time decision on whether that happens. Honestly, not even game time. It'll happen. Because I feel like I just need a little bit more extra weight on my putter. So we're gonna probably deal with that within coming weeks and stuff like that. So also, this is probably gonna be the last day with the golf balls that I'm using. Um, Golf balls I was currently using are the Callaway Chrome Tours. I'm actually on my last batch of those. Um, but since I am a little bit of an equipment free agent, I have the opportunity to play whatever ball I want. So I'm actually going to be trying out the Chrome Tour X, which is supposed to be a slightly firmer version of the Chrome Tour, which means it's probably going to get a little bit more spin, as there's a little bit more area um, that ball can catch grooves on. So that's going to be good for when I'm hitting like chip shots and like any like specialty shots. That's going to help me out quite a bit. Um, but again, putting, like I said, I always start off my practices with putting just to make sure that everything's where it's supposed to be. So, of course, you see me going through my ladder drills, which is a non negotiable. It is non negotiable for me to go through this drill because I need to make sure my hands are in sync. They're doing what they're supposed to do. So, yeah, this is non negotiable. You will even hear me like with some of my students, whether it's from I just like on this day, definitely was a couple of times where I had to tell some guys that my coach, you guys ever see him around, his name is Harry Gilliam. He'll be at like South Shore and Jackson Park sometimes. When we were younger, this drill was non-negotiable. So it was like always had to do this drill, and it's gotten to the point where every practice, like religiously, I start off with this. So yeah. Also, the gate drill has also been done religiously as well because it's like those two drills are non-negotiables in my opinion. So that's just how it goes. Get a little sip of water, and we gotta just keep on going. So again, back at it with the gate drill. Again, this is a non-negotiable in my opinion. I say opinion. Reason this is non-negotiable is that you want to make sure that you have the putter literally moving on the correct path, and that is back and through. So if the putter's not moving on the correct path, guess what? You're gonna have some issues. So that means if you're hitting it off the toe, hitting it off the heel, there's gonna be problems. So this again, this drill is non-negotiable for me. Um, with both these drills, I've done consequences with them in terms of like the gate drill. I will go, hey, if I hit a T, that's five added to a tally, or 10 or 15, depending on what I felt like that day. Again, but one thing I will stress is again with the gate drill, I don't really worry about making the putt. The main thing that I worry about is just making sure that the putter is moving on the correct path and I am hitting my putts on the intended line. Now, sometimes what I will do just to add a little bit of spice to it is I will actually go down like my normal routine, line up the putt. I want to make sure that the ball is rolling end over end. If it's not rolling end over end, because I have lines on my putt on my balls. If it's not rolling end over end, I'm seeing that ball. I'm seeing the line roll in a weird way. If I see it rolling end over end, I'm gonna see that line literally rolling towards the hole like it's supposed to. Even when it's like a breaking putt like this one, I want to make sure that that ball is going on the exact line that I'm intending. And now we're over at the net. So I did a little bit of chipping kind of off camera just to kind of get myself warmed up for this. Now I'm moving over to full swing, mainly because I'm just more or less looking to make sure that everything's in the correct place. So I have my speed sticks here too. So I'm also working on getting a little bit more club speed. Um, this like the club speed definitely helps in terms of like hitting different distances. So like my 7 iron, I'm usually hitting around 170 yards, give or take. It would be nice to kind of hit that 180 range with the 7 iron, but if I don't hit it, that's fine. It's just it is what it is. But ultimately, the swing speed is going to help with being able to hit those numbers. Yeah, you got to hear the rips when you ripping with the speed stick. So right now I only have two of them. There used to be a third. There used to be a third. I don't know what happened to it. I think like during a drill that I was doing at 5 iron, I think somebody just kind of took it and just kind of walked away with it, which I'm not mad at. It is what it is. There are other ways I can deal with it, and plus I at least got the light one and the medium one, which are just lighter than a driver, and then also just about the same as a driver, so I can still train swing speed no matter what. Now, one thing I will say about training for swing speed is that once you get done, please try to just slow down and just get a couple swings in to make contact. This time I kind of didn't do that. Um, I went straight into the 7 iron, mainly because 7 iron is kind of like standard for me to kind of use to work on making sure that my swing speed is where it needs to be. As you can see, yes, it was not, at least at that time, because yeah, it was just after swinging the speed sticks. So of course my body has to get used to the extra speed that I just literally just tried to unlock. Um, so from there, just kind of making sure everything's kind of where it needs to be. That one was a good one. Again, this is at South Shore. They don't have a full driving range there. They have this net, which sometimes golf balls can go through. I've seen it happen, and I've also seen golf balls ricochet off the metal poles. So if you ever go over there, please be careful. Another thing that I worked on a while back was also shortening my backswing just a little bit. There were times where I felt like my backswing was too long, but it looks like it's in the right place now. So we're not exactly mad at where it is. Excuse the constant fidgeting with the glove. It is a old glove, so it's like just making sure that it stays on. Ooh, that was two crisp ones. Now, you guys saw a version of this that I was doing with the Golf Forever, just putting it, flat onto the ground. Now, what I'm setting up is one of my alignment sticks. They use mats over here at the net that I'm doing this practice at. So I looked in one of the holes and I was like, okay, it looks like there's some ground there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up one of my alignment sticks, and the goal is to get the ball to shape around the alignment stick. So again, working on shot shaping, making sure that I have the start lines exactly where I want it. So on this first shot here, I am working on trying to hit a fade. So my body is going to be aimed a little left. As you can see with how my follow through is, it's, trying to really exaggerate that big sweeping fade. And you can kind of see that that ball is spinning a little right of where I'm at. So that means that I've imparted enough spin to get that ball to actually move to the right. That time I was hitting the draw around it. So this time I actually was alternating between one and the other. So hitting the fade, hitting the draw, just making sure that I can hit both shots at any given time. And I know that was a good one because here's the reason why I know that that was a good one right there is because right off of hitting the net, the ball spun to the right and hit the stick. And I was aimed left of that stick. So to see that happen, that tells me is like I hit the ball exactly the way I wanted to, which allowed me to actually hit the shot that I was looking for. All right, set for another fade here. Again, hitting that pole as the ball hits off the net and comes off to the right. That is exactly what I'm looking for in terms of being able to shape the shot exactly the way I want to. Again, just working on the motion a little bit. See how that ball moves right of that stick? And the reason for that is because I'm trying to get that ball to spin from left to right. And so as it spins to the right, it's going to come off and it's going to keep going to the right. That's another one right there. I'm glad I'm able to actually do this on command now. Because before I wasn't able to do it on command. Now I am able to. And guys, with these last few shots, that's going to do it for this video. If you are looking to actually learn more about what it is that I do to get ready for tournaments and everything like that, definitely like and subscribe, and stay tuned because there's going to be more videos coming out. Also, if you're looking to get lessons from me, I do give private instruction at South Shore, Jackson Park. If you want to go to Harborside, they can go to Harborside or whatever course that you want to do it at. Just go to smoovgolf.com, take a look at the services I give, and yeah, check that out. If you want to support my journey in playing professional golf, check out the sponsorship page also at smoovgolf.com. Again, thanks for watching. Have a good one.